Phase 1. Okay, so I got the Super Not Another Craft kit from Nerdy Crafter. If you haven't gotten one, I don't know if you can anymore. Anyways, let's unbox it. Alright, look at all these words that I'm definitely gonna read and follow to a T. A little notice, a bag full of goodies. Let's pull them out. Ooh, I got a new Diva cup and a spatula. We gotta make sure it works. Okay, we're good. I can hit someone with it. And a bowl. Psh, even bigger Diva cup. Another bowl. Some shiny shinies. Another shiny shiny. A wire. Some brushes. Some files. And a spokey. Some wingies. Very pretty wingies. And a base. Another circle. Some white. A holder. Some more tools. Some white glue, some plaster, a cup, a horsey, here we go, nice horsey, clay, and paint, and a paint sprayer, which I'm very excited for, and a mat. Now that we got everything out, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and set up. I'll be right back. Phase 2. Ideation. So part of ideation is just trying out a bunch of different things to see what really stands out to you and what you want to do. And I wanted to do a horse because it was easier, and I was going to do like a demon horse. Then I felt like that was too much, and I just wanted to move on from that idea. And then I thought of a Pegasus, even more basic than a demon horse. I think this one was going to be a pumpkin, and then I really hated that. And then I was going to make a demi-dog. That was going to be way too much pressure. And then I was like, oh, I can make a griffin. Okay, pastel griffin, cool. Simple wings, simple tail, simple, simple, simple. And I can make it pink and yellow. And yeah, I think that's ultimately what I settled on. I do draw a piece of candy here. I do not sculpt a piece of candy. You will see all the errors of my ways and how I try to rectify them. I don't do a good job, though. I'm warning you now. Like, I'm happy with how it turns out, really, but it is just tragic to watch me struggle and do this. I hope you guys have a really fun time watching me struggle, though. Phase 3. Plaster. Okay, so we're back again. We got my cup, my plaster, my 2 Diva cups, the spatula, and all the rubber bands. We're ready to fill up this horse. Okay, now true to my word, I am reading my instructions. I'm going to measure out my plaster and water accurately and to the best of my abilities. Now, are my abilities high? No. They perfect enough? Sure. Now, before I put the water in with the plaster, I need to do something first. You gotta just hold on, okay? We're gonna hold on because I need to put the rubber bands on this horsey. Now, this is the part where you're going to watch me struggle quite a bit for quite a while just to get this thing back together and put as many rubber bands on it. But let's count. We've got 3. This first blue one makes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I use all of them. We're skipping to the end. I just used all of them. Do you think I have enough rubber bands? Alright, so let's start mixing. We'll do it little by little, get the soup all nice, make sure you get everything off the bottom. You want it well incorporated. You want a good soupy chowder mixture. And here we go. It's time to pour. I think I slightly overfill this. Well, actually, you're going to see, yes, I overfill it quite a bit. And for some reason, I do that. I think mostly because it satisfied me, and I wanted to just play in it. The remainder gets to be the base, which I'm glad I had enough plaster for that. And now that it's all set, we're going to let it dry, and we'll come back tomorrow. Now, this sculpture had to sit for a while for me, mostly because life got in the way, so it was more than a day later, but I did get this all apart, and as I was demolding it, I did not do what I was supposed to do, and the wiggle and the front or the back or whatever. I just pulled it apart because I'm stupid. And then you can see I broke a leg. but I tried to keep it all together and get the other half out because I figured one broken leg wasn't too bad, but as you can see, this horse is in rough shape.
How are you disabled? Leg disabled.
Okay, so obviously during demolding you saw that the legs didn't stay on. So I have this lovely lopsided pony that will soon be a pink griffin. Originally I was going to try to connect those back on with either glue or clay, but I've had a better idea. I have this thing here. Well, you can't really see it, but the top comes off and the base, this actually fits perfect in there. So I'm going to sculpt onto the base like one would, and it's going to be like a griffin coming out of the clouds, and I think it'll be really cool. That way I don't need the back legs, and we're going to try that out and see how that goes. Yeah, so here we go. Phase 4. Sculpt. God, trying to do this without breaking the horse is terrible. Haha! That's a good pose. What do you think? I think so. What do you think? I think that that's probably okay. I'm gonna set that aside because I'll bake it, but we're gonna do the wings, I think. That sounds like a good idea. Editor money here, and I know at this point you're probably thinking I shouldn't be making those wings with clay, and you're right. I was supposed to use plaster. I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. Now these are probably gonna get broken. I just realized I made them out of regular clay and not cause clay. This is like the literal hardest thing to massage because it's so dry. And as Ace of Clay would say, I'm gonna take a snake of clay and wrap it around my little armature. It's like a little snake. After attaching my little snake of clay to the armature and then the armature to the statue using more cosclay and that bacon bond, I'm going to start working on the face and reinforcing that little bubble of clay that's holding him in that upright position. Now, you're also probably going to sit here and judge me on how I do this because I am not a super skilled sculptor. I love to do it, it's very fun, but I'm not good at it, and I know that, and that's okay. If you're at my channel, you're probably very aware of other artists that are better, more popular. For example, Ace of Clay, Nerdy Crafter, Ray Dizzle, Jazza, all of those people who I do care for and love their videos and love their content. And I'm definitely trying to break into this community, but I'm not trying to be them. I'm being myself. I'm being myself and doing what I want, even if it's not good. And in the end, I love how this sculpture turns out. I really do. I learned a lot while I'm doing this. I learned what not to do. I learned how certain things are to be used. For example, I use cosclay in the wrong place, and I use regular clay in the wrong place. I have now learned where cosclay should be used more often, and where regular clay should be used less often. I've also learned where plaster might be better and how much bacon bond is too much, or rather not enough. And my sculpting process is really just kind of fuck around and find out, because I'm still learning. You know, Ace of Clay's got this shit down pat, and I am still, you know, in the foreplay stage. I'm still like, well, what happens if I do this? Do you like that? Does this work? Does this get me good results? Went ahead and covered this in 3 layers of the chalk acrylic paint because that is what the directions say to do before you paint. Now it is nighttime and I don't have good lighting and I want to try the airbrush outside, so we're going to wait until tomorrow and we'll come back and paint it then. Phase 5. Paint. Okay, we're back and now we're going to try the airbrush set with the paints and I have no idea how this is going to go. So yeah, let's get going. When I was younger, my mom had a airbrush, but like a full compressor on the table takes up half of your dining table. This handheld, battery rechargeable airbrush, it is the coolest thing that I've ever heard of, and I am so excited to try it. Okay, I think we'll try this color out and see where it gets us, and I'll add more water if I need to. Or not water, but white. I'm using the canvas as a tester for color while I mixed red, white, purple, played with some yellow, played with some gold, but really it was just a tester. And you'll see throughout this process that I struggled immensely. I either did not do enough layers of the white to separate the clay and plaster from the water-based paint. I had to pull out my heat gun and do layer after layer until there was enough of a barrier to separate the colors, and even though that was a fail in and of itself, I was able to make it work, and by layering more and more pink and purple, I got a really cool texture. Regardless, I love it. This is where we're at right now. I think it's time for detail. But I think that it's also time for Poscas. Phase 6. Finishing touches. Okay, I'm sorry about the lighting and the shaking camera, but my regular camera is dead right now. And anyways, I went and added some details with my Poscas. It's really just a few very simple basic cartoony lines. She's got eyeballs now and some swirls, and she still looks very textured, which I kind of really like. So what I'm going to do to finish this and get it ready for that is add clouds like in the design, but I'm going to make it out of polyfill, and we're going to glue Little Miss Thang inside this one. I think this dome will be better if she'll fit. I'm hoping that she'll fit, so we'll see. Now, this is part of the video where you just get to watch me struggle trying to put this thing inside of a big plastic tube and not ruin it. I wanted to dangle little stars from inside of the globe part of the thing, but I didn't get that far because I forgot to do it before I like super glued it all in, and also I super glued it all together and it can't come apart. So when the batteries on these little twinkle lights die, I can't replace them. So this is like the dumbest thing I've ever done for pure aesthetics and not function. I should have made it to where I could get to it so that I can use this for years to come. But instead, I hot glue it with ribbon and I close it. Yes, I could tear it apart. Yes, I could do that. But I think pulling it out of this thing after I've put all this glue and all of that ribbon on there, that it would just fall apart. So this is the way she's going to be trapped in time forever. Phase 7, the reveal. It definitely could have been more gentle. You can kind of see back here the crack. I don't know if you can see it right there behind the wing. I could have been more gentle with it, but I wasn't. Obviously this could have been a lot better, but I'm not going to hate myself for how it turned out because I am really happy with it. I like the colors, I like the lights, I like that it's in the clouds, I like that it's just over life, it's flying into the sun. But it was a lot of fun to make. I don't even care that I broke it. I don't care that I had to make do with no back legs. I think I fixed every problem that I created for myself, and I'm happy with the end result. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I hope I edited it well. And if you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, blah, 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 ring the bell. And if you want anything else, tell me what you want me to make. And thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.